Greetings and welcome back to Stranded Deep and my new island creation of Cave Island, which I have built in order to continue to explore the features and possibilities inherent in the 0.07 update. So I set out just to do a quick video expanding on the building options that the new triangular wedge-shaped foundations and floors introduce into the game, because I didn't really explore that in great detail in the update video that I released yesterday, and I decided I wanted to do that on a new island. I was getting a little bit bored of the Wizarding Island of wonderful stuff, so I quickly created a new island, and then I got thoroughly carried away building this cave, which is kind of inspired by the one that I built in the Wizarding Island of wonderful stuff. I promise I'm not going to keep saying that. But this island, I think, is better. And indeed, this cave, I think, is a lot better. Look, we've got all sorts of amenities in here. We've got a much cozier feel. It doesn't have, like, that big, ugly pool in the middle. We've got, like, a fire pit in the back corner here, and there's, like, a little chimney gap there above. We've also got lots of storage around. Look, here's my driftwood storage, which you can see I have made out of doors. I dare not open them for fear of some kind of driftwood explosion occurring. If, by the way, you want to see a driftwood explosion occurring, then leave a comment, leave a like, tell me to do it, and maybe we'll come back and we'll do it. I mean, it probably won't be that big of an explosion, although I have to say, when I actually loaded this map up, there was stuff everywhere. I needed to tidy it up quite a lot, because a lot of these piles did not sit well when they loaded into physics. Here is my other stick pile. These are regular sticks, not driftwood sticks. Again, made sort of, you know, somewhat haphazardly piled here. I think I used hatches. Yeah, there we go, hatches for this one. So hatches, doors, maybe, explosion. Who knows? Through here, I've got my internal... Oops. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit worrying. Look, I can clip through there. So in here is my internal storage room. This is where I keep all of my stuff. Nice and dry and out of the weather. We've got tons of corrugated scrap in here. We've got loads of planks. We've got steel scrap. We've got all sorts of good stuff. There's some tarps at the back there. But that's not enough in there. Oh no, that is definitely not enough for what we want to do. So, look, I've also got all of these other like nice bits and pieces. Look, we've got loads of beans. No surviving off of mushrooms? No surviving off of potatoes in this world. Oh no, we have beans to last, I don't know, maybe a week or so. Plus we've got plenty of water. We got some tools and some duct tape and, you know, a couple of spears, all sorts of good stuff. Everything that a survivor could possibly hope for, including fantastic shelter from storms and things like that. Stepping outside, we have a little outdoor storage bit here. We've got sticks and a few plank scraps, all in this kind of like this rowboat. Plus I put a bit of tarp on top just to protect it from the rain, you know. Not that there's been any rain, but, you know, if there were to be rain, we're protected now from that, and I think that's pretty cool. I think you'll agree. Here we've got another little sort of like storage area, just kind of made out of a few rowboat sections and wrecks, just to keep the rain off. And in here we've got loads and loads of plank scrap for building plank things, and hopefully it'll be all kept more or less dry by that. A little bit of steel, which seems to have kind of rolled out here a little bit and gotten all messy, but that sort of thing happens. Then I've got the mega pile of corrugated scrap. I may have gotten a little bit carried away here. Huge amounts of corrugated scrap. Where did it all come from? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I found some kind of corrugated scrap haulage vessel that was wrecked offshore or something. Or maybe I just conjured it into existence like a wizard. Got a few tarps as well in that little storage bit there. So we should have plenty of building resources to mess around with the building stuff to our heart's content without running out and without having to kind of like run off all the time looking for more. That's my plan anyway. That's the theory of Cave Island. Look, of course you've got to have a boat precariously balanced up high somewhere. It's not an island made by a wizard if there isn't a boat precariously balanced somewhere. It's not quite as crazy as the Wizarding Island, to be fair. But, you know, I thought it was a little touch. There also appears to be some kind of plane wreck or something out here in the sort of little bay area that we've got. So, door, I had to hold this over because you still can't actually place containers, as far as I can see, in the map editor. It'd be nice if we could do that, and then, of course, I would be able to provide lots of containers for me to build lots of container-based things out of, instead of having to haul this by hand all the way from the other nearby island, which, you know, was not actually that much of a big deal, but I would kind of like to have the panels and things as well. I did try and haul it with the panels. I mean, it didn't go well, let's face it. even with just one panel and one door like I did in the previous video, it didn't go brilliantly. This time I tried putting all the panels and the door on, and predictably it went even worse. But I was kind of hoping maybe there would have been some shallows that I could have dragged it through, but no, it was not the case. Anyway, this also, I'll just continue showing you the island, because I'm quite pleased with this island, I have to say. This is kind of like the little entrance area. I haven't done any building on this island yet. This has all been done in the map editor. So that's obviously where this abundance of resources came from. I also thought, after the last time, that having a nice little potato plant farm here would help me just in case the beans run out. Now I can just come to this one little place where I've got all these potato plants that I can harvest without having to kind of like search around for them. They're all nicely hemmed in by this little fence, which is actually the bridges from the sea forts. But don't they make perfect little fences? I mean, that's just a perfect fence right there. If it came in shorter segments so that I could make it a little bit more contained, it would be awesome. Plus, how about we can build things like that? Do you agree? Would you like to be able to build things like little fences and stuff? How hard would that be? I think it would be awesome if we could build little fences and other kind of details like that. They don't necessarily have to have a function. Maybe they could. Maybe if we had like wildlife in the game or something, or maybe they could offer some kind of protection. I don't know, but I would like to be able to build them, and not by cheating in the map editor, if at all possible. So we've got potato plants here. There's a little yucca plantation just at the back in case I decide I need yucca for anything. I don't think I will, because frankly, I mean, I've got a ton of yucca in one of my storage things anyway, and I can't imagine I'm going to need it for much. I think you only really use it for building tools and stuff now, maybe beds and things. I've got an axe here. There's a few other bits and pieces. We've got all of these. I don't know what's in them. Let's have a look. A label maker. Awesome. Let's put the label maker on my table. Do you like my table, by the way? It's just a stone. But I had to haul it in here by hand, and by haul it in here, I of course mean I conjured it in existence. In the map editor, another bucket. We always like to have buckets here, whether they be for pee or otherwise. I should probably make a bed, shouldn't I? I mean, I probably should have a bed in here before we do anything else. It's getting a little bit distracted, I know, but let's just quickly craft ourselves a bed. And we'll put it down like maybe here. There we go. Just next to that fire pit there, next to the table. I mean, it's not flat. And maybe this is it. Maybe this is the point, is yes, this cave is good protection. Yes, it is, you know, it's well sheltered and stuff, but the floor's a little bit uneven. It's a little bit drafty, if I'm honest. And frankly, I've got enough materials here now that I think I should be able to build some kind of nice little irregular house using triangles, most importantly. I'm sorry, my survival watch is telling me I'm hungry. Let me just eat some beans. Let me just eat. How do I eat these beans? Do I have to Oh, there we go. Opened beans. Eat the beans. Is that better? Survival watch? That's quite a bit better. I think I'll just open another can of beans here. Oh, and by the way, let's not forget, the old cave had a water source. So does this cave, but this cave, I'm quite proud of this one. Look, not only is it a little water source in the cave, but it is also a secret underwater passage in and out of the cave. Look, it even comes complete with little air pockets from time to time so that you don't drown on your way in or out. Look, there we go. There's another air pocket. Not quite there yet. Continue swimming on. And we're out. Look at that. It's like a secret way in and out of the base slash cave, should you need it. And now we're kind of like at the backside of the island. Of course, there's nothing really here because this is all a work in progress and I haven't gotten to the back of the island yet in any real details. I suppose we could climb up on top of the cave rock. Can we climb up here? Are we skilled enough for that? Do we have the mad climbing skills? Oh, we do! We totally do. So this is kind of like the top of the island. It's all just made out of cliff pieces. Just masses and masses of cliff pieces turned all about in different ways and angles and things, which works pretty well. Actually, they don't have bottoms a lot of the time, which makes it slightly awkward. But you just have to be a little bit careful and keep an eye open for things like that. And then you can build these kind of like really cool sort of cliff thing bits. Which I kind of like. I feel like some kind of mountain goat at the moment, hopping from rock to rock. Let's go down, let's head through here and back to the front, because of course this is all just a distraction, exploring Cave Island and looking at its very wonderfulness and all of its awesome features and additions. There's like the forest over there. Look, we've got like a relatively dense forest on this side of the island. On that side of the island, it's much more sparse. It's mostly palm trees, a bit more exposed. We've got a few sort of like rocks and things. Would you like to climb that? Should we climb the palm tree? Let's climb the palm tree. Palm trees still don't actually have any coconuts, but we're not too worried about that. Look at the view from up here. It's terrible. It's terrible. Whose idea was it to come up here? Let's go back down. And we're down. Oh yeah, by the way, is everybody else thoroughly impressed by the fact that I managed to stand my container door up? Like, and balance it like this. Look, that's not like fixed. That was just standing there. That's the kind of mad skills that I've got right here. Well, the sun is setting here at Cave Island, so I'm just going to head inside the little cave habitat that I have created, maybe cook up some dinner, and settle down for the night. Whereupon I shall leave you. Look, I just before I go, we're just going to take a little look, because I quite like the lighting in here. We'll light the fires. They've got. I have a fire around here somewhere if I can find it. I just need to add some sticks to it. That's not how you add sticks to a fire. Hold on. There it is. There it is. There it is. It was hiding from me. Add a few sticks to it. We'll get our lighter out, and we'll light the fire. There we go. And I think what I'll do is I'll also get the other fire going. In fact, I think I might even build it up to a campfire spit and bring in some potatoes for dinner. Lovely, lovely potatoes for dinner. Of course, I could have beans, but let's use our renewable source of food, shall we? That's why it's there, after all. We'll stick one on the fire. I'll chuck these down. Actually, you know what? I'll put them in the bucket. Can we? Can we put them in the bucket? Come on. Let's just try moving the bucket. Hold on, let's put it there. Where's the potato? Come on, potato. Come on, you know you want to. Be a potato bucket. Will you be my potato bucket? I can balance them sort of floating in midair on the bucket itself, but not in the bucket. On, but not in. It's good enough. It's close enough. It's still a potato bucket. That's what it is, clearly. Potato bucket, potato campfire, potato sleeping bed. So there we go. What do you think? What do you think of my cave island, and indeed the cave for which it is named? I'm pretty proud of it. I have to say, I quite like this cave. Obviously, it's equipped with everything I could possibly need, which means it's a testing island, not a survival island. You wouldn't have any trouble surviving here. In fact, this probably could actually be described as a tropical paradise, an island paradise, if you will. But if you have any suggestions for things you think I should add or improve on the island, by all means let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. Next up, I'm going to be doing some actual building in the 0.07 update using the triangular wedges, and we'll see what various things we can create. We're going to be much more adventurous than I was in my update video, so hopefully we should be able to really push the new system to its limits and discover all sorts of interesting and imaginative things about it. But until then, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.